No one noticed when Ava stopped trying. She didn't throw a fit. She didn't cry in public. She just faded. Quietly. Once she had ambition. She was the girl with the dream board taped above her desk and sticky notes that said things like, "Own the room and you're built for more." Yeah? The board was gone. The sticky notes were stuffed in a drawer with all the versions of herself she no longer believed in. The breaking point. It was a Thursday morning when Ava hit rock bottom. She was passed over for yet another promotion by someone she trained. Her boss smiled politely as he said, "You're reliable, Ava. But leadership requires confidence." That word stung. Confidence. Like it was some luxury she didn't earn. That night, she didn't go out. Didn't scroll. She just sat alone with the noise in her head screaming louder than the silence in her apartment. You're not good enough. You're invisible. You used to be something. She opened her journal for the first time in weeks. Wrote 2 words. I'm lost. A spark in the dark. 2 days later, she got a text from her college mentor, Elena. Saw your old photo in my office today. You used to talk like you had fire in your chest. Still got some left? Ava didn't reply, but the message lingered. The next day, she visited Elena. Reluctantly. The woman didn't hug her. Didn't smile too hard. She just looked her in the eye and said, "Tell me what you stopped believing." Ava swallowed hard. That I'm enough. That I can lead. That I matter. Elena nodded. And when did that happen? Ava blinked. I guess. I stopped seeing progress. I got tired of proving myself. No one noticed when I showed up early, stayed late, kept things running. Elena leaned forward. They didn't notice because you stopped noticing. Confidence isn't something you wait to feel, it's something you choose to build. The first challenge. Elena handed her a faded folder. Inside, a flyer for a local pitch competition. Small business ideas. Cash prize. Microstage. Big nerves. Ava laughed bitterly. You think I'm ready to pitch a room of strangers? Elena didn't flinch. No, but I think you're ready to stop hiding. That night, Ava stared at the flyer. Something old inside her stirred. Not courage exactly. Curiosity. A whisper from a forgotten part of herself. What if you tried again? The training days. She gave herself 30 days. No full reinvention. No pressure to win. Just show up. 1 hour a night to sketch an idea, practice speaking aloud, face herself in the mirror. It wasn't pretty. She stuttered. Forgot words. Spoke too softly. Second-guessed everything. But every night, she wrote 1 line on her whiteboard. Confidence is built in private before it shines in public. The setback. Week 3. She bombed a practice run in front of a friend. Voice cracked. Slides froze. She panicked. Afterwards, she looked at her friend and whispered, "Maybe I'm just not that person anymore." The friend smiled softly. "No, you're just in the middle of becoming her again." Ava didn't quit. Pitch night. Nerves were fire in her throat. She stood backstage gripping her note cards like a life raft. Then she looked out at the crowd, noticing something for the first time. They weren't judges. They were just people, probably all doubting themselves too. She took a deep breath, stepped forward, and spoke. Not perfectly, but clearly, passionately, powerfully. Her voice shook. Her hands didn't, because beneath the fear was something stronger. Belief. After the applause, she didn't win first place, but 3 strangers approached her afterward. One said, "You made me feel like I could do something too." Another said, "I needed to hear your story tonight." The last just hugged her and said, "You reminded me of me." Ava walked home that night under a sky full of stars. She smiled not because she was fixed, but because she remembered who she was before the world told her who she couldn't be. 6 months later, Ava launched a side project based on her pitch idea. Small, humble, hers. She wrote articles, posted videos, mentored others who had lost their spark. Because now she knew. Confidence isn't loud. It's quiet self-respect that says, "I show up anyway." Final scene. Ava stands in front of a small group at a local workshop talking about self-worth. She says, "I used to wait for the world to believe in me before I took a chance. But the truth is your life changes the moment you do." She looks around the room, smiles, and finishes with, "If you've lost faith in yourself, borrow mine for now. Just promise me you'll keep going."